there, I'm Carmen and welcome back. I'm with my good friend and student Carrie McDonnell here at her gorgeous studio in Cobble Hill, British Columbia, just outside of Victoria at the Love of Movement Classical Pilates. And Carrie is going to help us today take a look at our footwork. So let's get started. So lie down on your back. We've chosen 3 springs for her, and she's on the Grotz Archival Reformer. She's going to be in what we call a V, and I'll get you to do 1 more and come back in so we can just capture in a moment of stillness where the feet are to be. So all 10 toes, try your best to be on there. You're going to have some energy through your feet. Drop your heels, Carrie, for the camera. Can you drop them more and really get like really lazy? That sometimes will bring your knees in and the ankles aren't supported, the joint. You want to have space in your joint. Can you roll your bum up into a tuck? Yeah, where you get right up there and you're not using your mat. So you want to get that bottom to just lay down like so. And those shoulders are against the shoulder block at the top. Can you go up into there? Yeah. So those are things don't do. All right, let's take it again back into the toes. This is called your toes. You're going to do that for 10 times. You're going out and you're going to find a little more resistance when you come back in. That's it. There she goes. And I don't try to correct too much when they're working here. I'm just looking at where I would like to go in later time in the lesson. And then she's going to come back in and go into the position called arches. Can you drop your heels again a lot? Yeah. So again, that just puts a lot of pressure on the joint. It makes in her body, her knees to fall in together. So I always start moving. If they're doing that, I will just kind of put my hands there as a reminder to keep their heels up. That's it. And finding that, again, that idea of you take the spring out and you resist against the spring to find that length through that center. Great, so 10 times. Moving on to the heels. Find that position. So depending on your tightness in your legs here, can you really take your feet with you as you go out? Rock them and then bring them back and rock them. Yeah, so we want to try and eliminate all this rocking, but that's kind of hard if you have tight feet, but that's okay. It's a challenge, it's a challenge, it's a challenge. And that's good for Carrie because her feet and her shins are tight, so this is great. Yeah, and you can even do like the jazz hand toes, like you're getting a pedicure, open that, give some air in there. Okay, cool. And then she's going to go to the last position of footwork, and it's back to the toes. For her, I'm going to open her knees because we're working on some other stuff in her reformer. So her hips are just getting that wideness, and she's lowering and lifting for the tendon stretch. Now, there's lots that can go wrong, and we want to get in there and correct, but I think the most important thing is that they are understanding that the lift and the lower comes from that center. And there's the lengthening and the lifting. Soften your knees a bit, bud. There you go. Okay? So try not to stand in their way when they're doing the footwork as a teacher, just kind of observing. We got lots of time in the hour to do lots of work with them. We want them to be moving and come back in. Great. Okay, you can sit up. So there you have it. When you're doing your reformer, you always start with your footwork, and you'll gauge that according to what your clients, how much, they weigh, is how many springs. Perhaps they have an injury. Perhaps they overuse one part of their body. You just adjust that as a teacher, and as a student, you're just going to do your toes, your arches, your heels, back to your toes, and you do what's called a tendon stretch. Okay? All right, keep moving, and we'll see you next time.